Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jesus Conde and today we're going to start a new series in where I draw or paint every day a little bit. And I just wanted to create something that took my mind out of some things, and I was able to post consistently. So this is something I'm gonna try, and let's see what happens. So the first thing that I wanted to do was a painting for one of the characters in the comic right now, which is Mother Nagara, and she's gonna be a key character on the comic. And I wanted to create some kind of key art painting or like a poster looking painting. This is something that is gonna take me a few days to do. Like, it's not gonna be a short kind of a painting. I want it to look really good, and I just wanted to start by doing the initial sketch, so you guys can see the whole process from the beginning. I didn't do more sketches because I kind of have this pose in my mind for a long time, and I just wanted to jump in right away. And keep in mind that this is just a sketch and it can change. It's gonna change with all the videos that are gonna come later. One of the things that I like about doing it this way is that it's gonna be something that is being done slow, and you guys are gonna be able to see the whole process from the beginning. And also, that time that it's gonna take me to do it is actually, I think, is better at the end for the painting itself, because you're gonna let the paint rest. I'm gonna let the paint rest a little bit and my eyes on the painting, so it's gonna be like figuring it out a way to do it well. And next day I'm gonna notice all the mistakes and all the problems that it has because I'm gonna be rested. Instead of doing something like a whole painting on a day or something like that, it's kind of it's more of a slow process, and it's gonna be way more it's gonna be easier to kind of figure out what to change and stuff like that. I don't know if that makes too much sense, but anyway, like, I think it's better when you do stuff slowly like this. And this is kind of something that is kind of against what everything that's happening lately. Everyone is using AI and stuff to create things, and I'm not completely against AI. Like, it can be really helpful, especially in a professional environment where everything needs to be super quick. But I don't want to do those kinds of things for my personal projects. Like, everything on the comic is completely done by me, by hand. And it's not like only when I need maybe some ideas or something, I will kind of go to AI just to see some iterations of it. But then at the end, everything is done by hand. So it's not like I'm doing, it's not like a main part of the workflow. In this case, this character is already designed, is already in the comic. In fact, the next chapter is gonna be happening something really important with this character. It's coming next week. He's not gonna be able to come this Sunday. He's gonna go out next Sunday of the next week. Anyway, this design, it's basically based on the idea that these fairies are come from another tribe, and that tribe, it's kind of like travel large distances or stuff like that, and they use crows to travel. So they found a way to domesticate, I guess, or tame crows, and they can fly, of course, by themselves, but being able to ride crows made them more made them easier to hide against any other predator, like or a bigger birds like eagles or stuff like that. because by themselves they're kind of like just insects, basically, large insects. It's what I'm thinking fairies are in this kind of environment. So the design in the comic is kind of simple. Like they just have this crow, like baby crow, I guess it's called, helmet, if you wanna call it that. And they have like some feathers of the uh, crows, I guess. And yeah, it's all based on that idea that they use crows. And there's really not that much of a, it's like more background than that. It's a really simple idea, but when you see it in the comic, it's a really powerful silhouette, having the crow helmets, especially with the beak. And if they have it low enough, you cannot really see their face. In this case, she's really like kneeling down, and she turned her helmet a little bit up. Hey guys, just wanted to take a moment to let you know that I have a Patreon page, and if you want to support this channel and help me out create more videos continuously, this is the best way to do it. You can just collaborate with a subscription, and if you just don't want to do it right now, you can just join for free. And yeah, thank you very much. Let's continue with the video. And yeah, it's a very the first time that I did it, it was kind of me looking for a way to save some time drawing faces of fairies, because that chapter specifically I needed a new tribe to come, but there was also like a reunion of fairies, and I had to draw, I think, more than 60 or 70 fairies in total, like different. And I was like, oh my god, it's gonna be way too much work. So there was these new fairies coming, and I needed to kind of save some time, and was like, the idea of the crows is already in there. I wondered if they can just have a helmet. And I thought of, well, they probably will have some of the baby crows die, just because, you know, nature, even though they will protect them and stuff like that. But you know, nature is neutral. Stuff happens, and yeah, some of them will die, I guess. So what a better way to use that as a way to, you know, somehow honor the little deaths of those crows or something like that. And that way they can even connect more with the mothers of these crows or whatever, something like that. And I thought, well, if they use a helmet, there will be a way to you know, keep everything and reuse as much as they can and stuff like that. So right now what I'm doing is to paint some of the places that I will say are gonna be in shadow. It's gonna be kind of like just figuring out all the cast shadow, at least roughly, where they are going to be. And this is gonna help me later to when I'm painting with colors, how is everything gonna be put together. The interesting part about doing this is that you can pretty much enhance the silhouettes and the way your character is gonna look by putting shadows in very specific areas. But of course, those areas have to be in places where it makes sense. You're gonna just put shadows whatever you want. You kind of have to make sense, because it's not just gonna look funny. So you have everything to do with the shape and kind of imagine where the lighting is coming from. And we're also gonna have to decide what parts of the background are gonna be dark also, so we can make the character pop. That will be kind of like the main reason to do it this way. It's the only thing I can think about. Other than that, it's kind of like planning. You're just planning where the shadows are gonna be, and that is gonna help a lot later, I think. This is stuff that I've catched watching other people videos, going to workshops and stuff like that. So it's basically just putting together the darks in the painting. And like this, like what's happening right now, I'm just putting some dark leaves or something like that will be leaves later, and that's making the silhouette of my character just pop a little, and it is way more readable now than it was before with just lines. And that's kind of what we're looking for. So later when I put in color, it's gonna be easier to identify where to put those speculars and those shadows and everything else. Also, the hair is dark, and the crow feathers are dark, and I have to account for all of that and put that there. And I think it makes a really nice effect with the dark in the top of the head, the dark of the crow feathers, and also the hair. The hair is gonna be kind of wild and a bit like it's kind of like a small afro-ish kind of a hair. Um, when I'm gonna do the colors, I'm gonna be thinking a lot of other things. I'm gonna be thinking about texture. I'm gonna be thinking about where it's gonna be dirty because she's walking on her feet, kneeling. I'm gonna be thinking about all sorts of things, subsurface scattering in some areas, stuff like that. But one of the most difficult things to me is decide where the shadows are, and I think by doing that, by just putting some values in, it really helps to keep in mind all of that, what's gonna happen. But that's gonna be for our next episode. Like right now, we're just focusing on that, and there's not gonna be any time to do any color. But I hope I can get to some color, some well done color for the end of the week already, and yeah, you guys are gonna be able to see all of that progress, kind of in a real time by a daily video. And I really hope you like this series. So also, it's gonna be cool to add a lot of how you say that, decoration to the character. There's a lot of bones and details like that being used on my comic, and it's gonna be really interesting to figure it out, the suits. Right now there's already a design on the comic, but I wouldn't mind to expand on that just to make it look cooler. Here I wanted to try having a shadow coming from one side touching her feet, but I'm not completely sure about it, so I erased it again. And yeah, there's a lot of that's gonna be done with textures and stuff like that, so I'm not worried that it's gonna be look simple or anything. It's gonna be cool. Anyway, guys, this is it. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you want to support this channel, please go and join Patreon. That will really help. And yeah, I'm gonna be sharing at the end. I'm gonna try to share all the PSDs and all the files that I've been doing with these kinds of videos. And thank you very much. This has been the day 1 of this series, and see you tomorrow.